It is finally here, guys. We finally get that time skip that we've been waiting for in the fairy tale. That little time skip that we have. And just, honestly, I am goddamn excited for it. Even though with the whole news about the whole anime coming to an end, it's like, you know what? After, like, this episode kind of cemented in my mind, it's like, yep, we are pretty much going to have the anime ending. Like, as of now, we're going to be going on a hiatus with it. But it's like, you know what? Fuck it. We are going to talk about this episode. And I am so goddamn hyped to see Natsu in this episode. So, the big majority of this episode, we finally get to see Lucy after the year time's gone. I don't know how a single year changes you like that much, but it's like, yep, Lucy definitely did grow in some departments, as you can see. And I'm like, hero, I see what you're doing. I see what you did, you dirty bastard. I love it. I love it so much. Like that. And we find out that she actually became a reporter in the Weekly Sorcerer magazine, although she was actually a fucking model at first from what we saw in the episode, and they kind of extended on this material to get to see her like kind of working out, and also like kind of working out how she managed to get to the job where she is now, and we get to see her, she's actually covering the current Grand Magic Games, and just to see like there's just these scumbag like losers there. There's like none of the people ever since like Fairy Tail, like ever since they disbanded, like every Grand Magic Games, they haven't been appearing at all. Like Lamia Scale hasn't been there, Mermaid's Heel, like all of them haven't appeared at all since that situation, because I'm pretty sure like that's the only thing they want to do. They say, we want to fight Fairy Tail. Like, why would we ever want to go against that? We want to go against like the crown like champions. It's like there's no real competition if it's just between themselves. They proved that they were the best in that tournament, and that's what we want to do. We want to go after them. And it's just like seeing like all these bullshit guild members just go throughout the entirety of it, and it's just like, yeah, we got the money, we go for that, and they really stretch it. I believe like in the manga it was just a single day that she was there, but in like the actual anime they extended like, oh, she was 2 days there, she was showing like she's looking for Fairy Tail World, she's got a big board everywhere, she's like putting pinpoints, like, yeah, just like finding the information on Urza, Wendy, you know, Charlotte, like all the characters, like finding where everyone is right now. It's like, okay, I need to go and get Fairy Tail back together. I want to see how everyone's doing. And on that last day, when you see those people win the tournament, those pieces of dog shit, someone comes out there in a black cloak, like that, with a little bit, and you notice he's got the pink hair and the scarf, and you're like, who is that? Who is that right there? I see on there, and it's just like, even to this day, and I want to find the fucking panel for you guys, it's still, to me, like, it's just one of my favorite moments in the entire, just, like, chapter, and it's just such a badass character design, and I'll just get it to you guys right now, just so you guys can just witness. Boom, motherfuckers, like that fucking Natsu dragged me. Okay, here's a little confession to you guys. This design, I fucking love. I love it so much. I remember during the chapter back in the day, I was like, fuck it, 10, don't give a fuck. The design is a 10, like, because having the long hair and the all fucking like that, I like that, and like the cloak, I was like, nowadays it's like, they did it well in the anime, and I think like they showed him like fighting instead of just like what you did is just melt the arena by punching it, and it's like, oh yeah, everyone's clothes is getting melted away. You get to see what was going on, like Lucy's dick release and everything. I was like, oh my god, this girl is just absolutely ate it. And people wondering like what was happening with the opening, if they're going to be ending it. It's like they went with the Fairy Tail Zero opening, but instead what they did is that they put everything that kind of happened in this run of the anime. They showed off, you know, like Tartarus, they showed all the Grand Magic Game stuff, like the Dragon War, they showed off like the filler arcs, which I was like, wait a minute, it's like, one of those filler arcs is fucking Buchi, so don't be showing me that like celestial like eclipse spirits that we saw, none of that stuff. Although I did really like what the ending that they did, it was the same ending as well, but what they did is that they had Hiramashima's art from the manga, and like with the color page, and I was like, I like that. If you're going to do anything with that, I'm actually glad that you're going to be doing something in that sort of like way. I was like, that is really actually kind of clever. However though, would it be nice if it was new animation? Yeah, but it really cemented, and it was like, okay, with the pacing issue, which is, that's the thing about it, like literally that scene that I liked is like, and you just found out a little bit about like what Lucy was doing. All of that was really dragged on. I was like, you know, I kind of want to see this cool thing. I really want to see Natsu, and I just like to see them saying like, hey Lucy, how's it going? Like after all this time, seeing happy again. I'm like, oh, what they're going to be planning to do is like, because that was a single chapter. Fairy Tail never really does that. Like, you could definitely see trying to stretch out like that many pages on a single chapter. Fairy Tail doesn't work too well on that way, but definitely with the next chapter, what they're going to be doing is they definitely want to do one chapter and some extra stuff that they missed out behind, which I'm kind of really happy about, because I believe that if what they're trying to show is like the Grand Magic Games kind of thing that they really skipped out ages ago, because you saw Gildas in the preview, and I'm like, okay, they're definitely going to go with that. So that's cemented to me where they're going to end it, and it's going to end. I don't want to say the spoiler for how it's going to end for people that haven't, obviously seen the manga, but it's going to stop right at one scene that's going to be very nostalgic for a lot of people, and I'm going to get kind of a little. I think I might get upset at that part, because I'll be like, oh, it's going to break, but at least we know, like. It's a real shame, because like from what I've been hearing about the animation studio is that they're really shit. Like as we've been seeing with some of the Tara stuff, and that's why Fairy Tail went really down, and that's why they're getting a new anime studio to like kind of clean up the sort of fucking mess that they've done and like sort out this shit. So they get a new anime studio and like to do this stuff like alongside A1 Pictures. That's probably why like the stuff from like Fairy Tail Zero looks really nice. That was probably all A1 just done. Seeing that, and then also as well seeing the rest of like the stuff series being done, because the original Fairy Tail looked awesome, and then it kind of like this. It's a shame that kind of went a little bit downhill, because the A1 had so many fucking series that they did. So it's like Fairy Tail wasn't their #1 series to do anymore, since it was like so popular. It could have handled itself on its own just brand name in general. Overall, the designs, like I do like the Timeskip designs. Like Lucy didn't change too much. Like she's got like the ponytail, which I kind of like, but it's like when you get to Natsu in the cool design, it's like, oh, it's fucking cool. So I'm not gonna rate the episode, because I generally think most of the episode was very apart from the Natsu part. At that point, I was tired out, just knowing that the Timeskip was happening. I was there, like, going with the time in hand, I'm like, ah! So, it's, like, being reasonable. I was like, not that too much of an impressive episode to come back for a Timeskip for, but I was really excited for it. Natsu's design is fucking awesome. I can't wait for everyone to get blown out by, like, next week. I remember being so salty on the next chapter when this came out. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. The last episode is going to make me sad and pissed off at the same time. So, that's going to be great. Overall, loved it. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Also as well, yeah, the Fairy Tail thing is going to be shitty, but it's like, hey, we still haven't got official confirmation, although it's pretty much happening and all that. It's like, so overall, let me know in the comment section down below, but that's all from me. So I will catch you guys next time.